Imagine stepping into a sea of feathers. As the morning sun cuts through the mist, tens of thousands of chickens scatter across the fields, their calls echoing like an orchestra of nature. These aren't factory-farmed birds locked in cages. They're not packed in dark barns with no sunlight. Instead, they roam free on open land, scratching the earth, pecking for insects, and living the way chickens were meant to live. This is the farm of one man who dared to ask, what if we could raise chickens at scale, tens of thousands of them, without cages, without cruelty, and without losing profitability? Today, we'll uncover the remarkable journey of a farmer who manages 70,000 free-range chickens. We'll explore how he built his system, the challenges he faces, the numbers behind it, and why his story matters for the future of food. Like many farmers, he started small, a few hundred chickens in mobile coops on pasture. Customers loved the eggs, golden yolks, rich flavor, healthier than supermarket varieties. But the question always followed, could this model grow? Could a farm with open space compete with industrial giants producing millions of eggs per week? The farmer believed it could. Instead of shrinking his vision, he scaled it up, slowly, carefully, and always with the chickens' welfare in mind. Over the years, his farm grew from a modest operation to a sprawling landscape with 70,000 birds running free. His vision wasn't just about selling eggs. It was about restoring trust between people and their food, showing consumers that mass production doesn't have to mean cruelty. At dawn, the farm awakens. The doors of the mobile coops swing open and chickens spill out onto the grass. It's like watching a wave of white and brown flow across green pastures. Some run straight for the insects hidden under dew-soaked grass. Others flap their wings, enjoying the cool air. A few simply stretch, shake, and begin scratching the soil. By mid-morning, the fields are alive with motion. Groups of hens forage together, pecking at seeds and bugs. Roosters strut proudly, standing guard. Unlike in barns, where chickens often peck each other out of stress, these birds display natural behaviors, dust bathing, sunbathing, and forming their own social groups. As evening falls, the birds return to their shelters. They roost on perches inside the mobile coops, safe from predators. Workers close the doors, ensuring the flock rests undisturbed until the next sunrise. The rhythm repeats every day. Simple, natural, yet carefully managed. 70,000 chickens. It sounds almost impossible to manage. But with smart systems, it becomes not just possible, but sustainable. Mobile coops on wheels are the heart of the farm. They're moved regularly, ensuring fresh ground for the birds and preventing overgrazing. Rotational grazing keeps the land healthy. Chickens fertilize the soil as they go, and grass regrows stronger after each cycle. Automated feeders and water lines ensure thousands of birds are nourished without endless manual labor. Guard dogs patrol the perimeter, scaring away foxes and coyotes. The farm is a carefully orchestrated balance of freedom and control. It gives the birds space while ensuring human oversight. So what does 70,000 free-range chickens mean in production? Each hen lays roughly 250 eggs per year. Multiply that across the flock, and the farm produces over 17 million eggs annually. Collection is no small task. Workers gather eggs daily from nesting boxes in the mobile coops. Eggs are then washed, graded, and packaged in modern facilities right on site. Instead of selling all to big corporations, the farmer chose a hybrid model, supplying supermarkets, restaurants, and also direct-to-consumer markets. This not only diversifies income, but also shortens the distance between farm and table. Customers often visit the farm store, buying cartons of eggs just hours after being laid. But make no mistake, free range at this size is not easy. Predators are a daily concern. Hawks circle overhead, while foxes and raccoons lurk at night. The farm invests in electric fencing, guard dogs, and even drones for surveillance. Diseases pose another risk. Large flocks can spread illnesses quickly, so strict biosecurity rules apply. Workers sanitize boots and equipment before entering. Weather is equally unpredictable. Heavy rains turn pastures muddy, while heat waves require shade structures and constant hydration for the birds. And then there's feed. While chickens forage naturally, they still require grain for balanced nutrition. Feeding 70,000 birds means organizing tons of feed each week, delivered in bulk, mixed with precision to support both growth and egg production. Each problem is magnified at scale, but the farmer meets them with a mix of technology, experience, and determination. The economics of free-range farming are fascinating. On industrial farms, eggs may sell for pennies, but pasture-raised eggs command a premium, often 2 to 3 times higher. Customers are willing to pay more for quality, ethics, and flavor. By reducing dependence on middlemen and building direct sales channels, this farm keeps more profit per egg. While feed and labor costs are higher than in factory systems, the premium price more than compensates. This model proves that ethical farming can also be financially viable. One restaurant owner described the difference vividly. "When I cracked open a carton from this farm, the yolks looked like little suns, deep orange, firm, and full of flavor. My customers noticed immediately. We raised prices on our breakfast menu and no one complained. They loved it." Another story comes from a local school that partnered with the farm. Students visited to see the chickens running freely. One child asked, "Why don't all chickens live like this?" The farmer smiled, but the question lingered. Out of the mouths of children came the heart of the debate. Why isn't this the norm? These stories give life to the statistics. Behind every egg is a choice, a customer, and a story. The chickens don't just produce eggs, they heal the land. As they roam, they fertilize the soil naturally, spreading manure that boosts plant growth. This regenerative cycle improves soil structure, increases biodiversity, and even captures carbon from the atmosphere. Local communities benefit too. The farm employs dozens of workers, supplies local businesses, and educates visitors about sustainable farming. It has become not just a business, but a community landmark. Worldwide, free-range farming is on the rise. Europe has already banned battery cages in many countries. Australia's supermarkets are dominated by free-range eggs. In the US, major chains are pledging to go cage-free by the end of this decade. This farm stands as proof that free-range can scale. It shows policymakers, corporations, and consumers that alternatives to factory farming are not just possible, they're happening right now. When asked why he does it, the farmer explains, "I'm not just raising chickens, I'm raising food people can trust. If you care for the animals and the land, the food will always be better. I want to look my customers in the eye and know I've done right by both." This philosophy resonates deeply in a world where food systems often feel distant and impersonal. His farm reconnects people with the source of their meals. The story of 70,000 free-range chickens is about far more than eggs. It's about possibility. It's about reimagining how food can be produced, at scale, with ethics, and with respect for nature. It challenges us to ask, should efficiency always come at the cost of welfare? Or can we demand both? The answer lives here, on this farm, where 70,000 chickens run free, proving that compassion and commerce can share the same pasture. Thank you for watching. If you believe farming can be better, subscribe to AgriNova USA. Join us as we uncover more untold stories of food, farming, and the future of agriculture.